heard about calcitic lime and dolomitic lime. I mean, what's the difference between the two? I think also while you giving us an explanation on that, if you can also touch on you use the word bent lime. If you can just briefly elaborate on that, then at least we can all understand what you refer to when you say bent lime.
Yeah, I think, in terms of different industries tend to use different generic names for what we call calcium oxide or unslaked lime. So I don't think we need to be too concerned if a customer wants to talk about unslaked lime, customer wants to talk about slaked lime instead of hydrated lime, or particularly in the DRC, customers tend to talk about quick lime. Customers tend to talk about burnt lime, which is fundamentally the limestone that has been burnt in a kiln. I always say whatever makes the customer happy in terms of their reference. And therefore, when we use the words quick lime, unslaked lime, burnt lime, let's just understand in terms of the background that they're all the same. But when we talk to the customer, and I always say whatever makes the customer happy in terms of the reference, let's utilize that opportunity and rather use the words or the definition that the customer is happy with. So when you talk about dolomitic and calcitic, fundamentally, the limestones between the dolomitic and calcitic is going through a same process if we are looking at a burnt lime dolomite or a burnt lime calcite. And it is really just the chemical composition that varies. So in terms of calcitic limestone, the available calcium is somewhere between 95 and 98%. And I'm referring more to the South African market. When you look at other resources globally, you'll find that some deposits may even have up to 99% available calcium. But in South Africa, let's say on average 95 to 98% available calcium. If you then look at dolomitic limestone, the chemical composition is predominantly driven by magnesium oxide, because that is the need that particularly the steel industry or pyrometallurgical industry requires a high level or a high percentage of magnesium oxide as part of the fluxing fluxing process that they need in the steel making industry. So just by comparison, fundamentally, it's the chemical composition that differs, but in the end, producing a burnt dolomite or a burnt calcite lime goes through the same process, i.e. kiln and calcination. And then finally, just to have a comparison, dolomitic limestone or burnt lime would have somewhere between 30 and 42% magnesium oxide, whereas calcitic lime would have a maximum of about 2.5% magnesium oxide. So that just gives you a difference between what chemically is the variation between the two. Thank you.